So being future fit is an absolutely essential concept right now because nobody can predict the future. So the only thing we know about the future is that it's going to be very different. We know there's a lot of technology changes, political, social, demographic, all sorts of changes coming. We don't know exactly what they're going to look like. So what we need is to be ready for anything that happens. And that is what future fit means for me, that you are future ready, that you are agile and resilient, and all those buzzwords that we use all the time, but they actually are more than buzzwords. They are the real deal. We need to develop young people and ourselves to be able to deal with whatever the future throws at them, and to be able to handle whatever the future holds for them. We know that one of the big themes of the 2020s and beyond is going to be automation. What that really means is that AI, machine learning, robotics, algorithms, whatever language we use, we are going to be giving computers and machines quite a lot of the work that we do now. I think the good news is it's going to be all the boring work. It's going to be all the monotonous, the routine, the completely repetitive stuff. And what that leaves is for us to ask, well, what is it that humans do? What is it that we do that we don't want the machines to do, or in fact that the machines can't do? And in my mind, one of the key elements, one of the key answers to that question is it's the human intelligence. It's our ability to deal with complexity. Computers can do complicated, but not complex. Computers can't deal with emotions. Computers can't deal with diversity, with the differences between people. And that's what we call emotional intelligence. That's what EQ is. It's knowing myself and knowing that I am different to others and knowing others. And then the interactions between us. It's going to be a long time before computers can do that. That's our contribution to the future of work. My message to parents, and I often get to speak to parents. In fact, I love speaking to parents because even when I'm speaking in a corporate world and I give people a Q&A opportunity, the first question is normally, but what about my children? You know, we're speaking about the future, but what must I do for my children? And I have really just one tiny little piece of advice. Your children are not just younger versions of you. This honestly is the single biggest thing that parents need to understand. Your children don't have to do what you did in order to get to where you are. And in fact, let's be honest, nobody wants to be where you are now. We all want to be somewhere else in the future. And our children don't have to follow the same route, the same path that we did. We have to acknowledge that our children are going to do it differently to us. So don't go into the school and say, well, when I was at school, to one of your school's teachers. Don't think about the career opportunities that your children have with using the same list you used 25 years ago to make your choices. Your children are not just younger versions of you. They are growing up in a different century to when you grew up in. Remember that when you make choices, decisions, and have discussions with them.